Greetings, friends. I'm glad to see you on my channel. Today we will make a simple but selling poster for Instagram. The client had similar visuals, and usually I take a reference and just repeat the structure. But this time I wanted to make it stronger, so I decided to use a girl. I go to Canva AA and start with a prompt. Here it is important not just to write girl, but immediately set the atmosphere. I prescribe style, light, mood, details, add neon, night vibe, and depth because prompt is half the result. Canva generates multiple options. I look not just at beauty, but at the potential of the picture, and one option immediately resonates with me. I understand that you can make a strong visual with it. I open it in the editor and start refining it. And this is where the most interesting begins because generation is only the base. Next comes the work of the designer. I want to remove the labels first, but I can't just remove them. If you use magic wrap on the entire picture, then the face can blur, and this is critical. Therefore, I do it differently. I duplicate the image, remove the background from the top layer to leave only the girl, and then I work with the bottom layer. I highlight the background and turn on magic wrap, but not automatically, but through a brush. This is important because this is how I control what exactly is deleted. I carefully remove the text without affecting the face and details. As a result, the background becomes clean and the model itself remains sharp. Next, I go to the filters and choose a shade so that the girl looks more like a statue. This immediately reinforces the concept. After that, I add text. Change the color to milky to make it look softer and more expensive. And I understand that another accent is missing from above, but there is simply no place there. So I reduce the composition itself and use Magic Expand to expand the space to add air and balance. And now I move on to the details that make visuals expensive. I want to darken the edges a little so that there is a focus in the center. I go into the elements and select the black gradient. I add it to the left and immediately look so that there are no sharp transitions. It is very important that the gradient looks soft like a natural shadow. Next, I adjust it to size so that there are no gaps, because even small gaps immediately spoil the feeling of quality. After that, I duplicate the gradient and place it on the other side. This makes the darkening symmetrical and the shot looks more collected. And at this moment depth appears. The center becomes brighter and the edges go into shadow and the eye automatically looks where it needs to be. And then I move on to the text. I add a heading on top and immediately make sure that it does not argue with the visuals because the text should complement, not interrupt. I partially hide it behind the girl. This gives depth and immediately makes the design visually more complex, as if the elements are in the same space. And this is what came out in the end. I don't like to paint trivial things, so I'll quickly show you what was done here. I highlighted the date in bright pink because this is the most important accent. The eye immediately clings to it. Then I added grain to remove the feeling of a too perfect picture and make the visuals more vivid. Then I added pink dust in the same color as the date. This is a very cool element because it can be easily adapted to any design. At the end, I added gradient angles. They darken the edges and gather the entire composition in the center. Due to this, the visuals look more integral and thoughtful, and this is how a full-fledged poster is obtained from the usual generation. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. See you soon.